What's up guys, it's Trevor with Embers Living. Today we're in the kitchen. We're finally getting to some of our indoor product review. So we're reviewing the ILVE indoor oven. I'm gonna talk to you about their lineup, sizing, colorings, features, benefits, dabble a little bit in pricing, but I'm gonna tell you what I think of this oven overall. Let's get rolling. All right, don't forget, if you guys are in the Denver, Colorado area, Chris is gonna give you some shots of this kitchen. It's a little messy right now, but we have a full indoor kitchen with everything working and functioning. We can check out some of our boutique indoor appliances. We're not really an appliance store where we're pumping out, you know, Samsungs and all these other appliances. We're really more of like a high-end boutique type appliance shop. Just carry a handful of brands on the higher end side, products that we know and love and that we use in the store. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to us. Helps us out a ton when you do that. All right, first things, when you look at this oven, Chris, what jumps out to you?
The gold.
The gold. So I think the biggest appeal to the ILVE lineup is going to be the fit and finish. That's really one of the main reasons you're gonna buy an ILVE, is the ornate look. So it gives you that Italian look, and that's because it's made in Italy. Go figure. But comes in probably thousands of combos. So you can basically get it in all stainless, and then you can do the hardware in gold or silver. I think you might even be able to do black. You could do black, you could do green, red. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and go through all the colors, but you can pretty much do them all. Now, what else is really cool as far as the aesthetics is, let's say you're trying to match a cabinet or another colored appliance that's a different brand or something like that. You can give ILVE the color code of whatever it is you're matching, and chances are they can match it. Now, there's an upcharge for that, but if you wanted everything to match perfectly, you could. So I think the selling feature to this is if you want something just a little bit different without breaking the bank. I'll get into pricing in a second, but probably initial thought of looking at this range, you'd probably guess it'd be like some of the other ranges that are crazy, probably $10,000, $15,000, $18,000. It's not anywhere close to that. So that's why this is such a popular oven. So number one reason to get this guy is going to be the aesthetics. Now let's talk sizing. So this is a 48-inch range that we have here, which is quite large. I would say our most popular size is gonna be a 36-inch. And that's not just this brand, of all ranges that we sell. For reference, a 36-inch is gonna be about like this here. So you're gonna be a single door style, 36-inch range. Your average American home has a 30-inch range. So a 36 inch is gonna be a little bit bigger. So that's usually the sizes, 30, 36, and then 48, where we go to the double door. Now, what is unique to ILVE is they offer, one of the only brands that offer a 40 inch. And the 40 inch has a double door look, and we'll give you some close-ups of that. Now, what's really cool about the 40 inch is it's very niche in the sense, if you want that double door aesthetic, you can do it without having to sacrifice 48. So for example, at my house, I didn't have a huge wall to put it on, but my wife really liked the look of this double door concept, so we did a 40 inch. That's the good with the 40. There's a couple bad things with the 40, why I would maybe steer you away from it, especially after having it. The 48 inch, you have a full size door here, and then a smaller, more compact side, which I'll show you some of the features of that in a second. When you do the 40 inch, this full size becomes smaller. So essentially you have two really small ovens. So my wife says it's annoying because sometimes she can't fit everything she wants because she basically has two small ovens. That's the bad side. The other downside to a 40 inch is, being in the appliance industry, I get to see cool stuff all the time. And curiosity is like, oh, maybe I should change my range. Guess what? No one else makes a 40. So I'm stuck to that size. So down the road, if you ever wanted to change it or upgrade it, you know, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, the size is what it is. So that's the only bummer with it. So although it's cool and niche, I would generally stay away from the 40. I would go to the 48 or the 36 personally. Now, when you get to the 36 and the 48, as far as burner configurations, we can do electric cooktop, and then we can also add the griddle, or we can do gas like we have it here. And then we can do a gas oven, or do what's called a dual fuel, where you have an electric oven with a gas cooktop, which is what we have configured here. Now the way that you control it is, obviously you can see with this ornate look, they're really going for a lack of digital control. So you just basically have this little baby digital control center right here, but basically all these knobs are analog. And then this is how you're gonna turn on your oven light. It's kind of a little tricky to figure out and kind of get used to it, but essentially everything's analog. So here's your burner controls. So you can see that's my rear burner. The lighting's not great in here because we have so much natural sunlight. So there's gonna be, basically these are your top burners, your bottom oven or your large oven, burner, 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 and then your side oven as well. So they do have convection in here as well. And then these trays are they're not on hinges, so you have to manually slide them in and out. But we do have a oven light in here, which you saw. So I'll show you that again. It's kind of tricky. So you can see the convection fan is starting up. You can shut that off. Now, I just don't see a lot of use for this little tiny side. It does come with a rotisserie kit. And honestly, we're in the barbecue business. We do all of our rotisserie on our barbecues. But I guess if you didn't have a barbecue with a rotisserie, that'd be kind of cool. It has a drip tray here, but you're not really, I mean, what are you putting in here, man? What can you fit in there, Chris?
Not sure.
I mean, not much of anything, right? So it's kind of, I think this side's more gimmicky than anything. I don't see a lot of functionality out of it. All right, let's talk burners. So we have cast iron cooktop, and then we basically have two heavy duty, like high BTU burners. We're gonna have the double ring here. So we got cast iron, and then we got, this one was on earlier, but we have a brass cooktop. And then of course we have electronic ignition starters. Let's turn this one on so you can see. So you basically have two rows of fire. That's gonna be your heavy duty BTU, so that would be good for like boiling. All of them will sear. And then we basically have 3 medium burners and then 1 small burner. Now their burners, you can see, you know, with their small one, they're not crazy heavy duty. I mean, they're solid brass. They're definitely hot enough. I know using mine at home, I'd never have a problem with it not getting hot enough, but it's certainly not like a professional commercial grade oven that is residential use. For example, this Heston oven over here, you can see, look at the difference in these burners. I mean, that's solid brass, that's painted black. And then look at this brass ring here, are you kidding me? So this is basically a powerhouse, but you're gonna spend 12, 13 grand on that. So if you don't absolutely need that, and you're more just want something that can get the job done, gas is powerful enough that it's generally gonna work pretty good. Should we cook something in here, Chris?
Let's do it.
Yeah, we got some cookies or something we should throw in here?
Yep.
Let's throw some cookies in and I'll give you my wrap up on this guy. All right, in our cookies go. Okay, so kind of wrap this up. Who is this oven really targeted for? You know, like I said, it's not really in our super high-end ovens, but unless you want like a very heavy duty burner where you're cooking at home a lot, and like I said, you want that commercial grade, the oven works great. The ranged top works great. It definitely doesn't have as many features as some of our professional series ovens, but you get a really ornate high-end look, and a 48-inch range is gonna be under, now at the time of this video, that's why I don't really like talking pricing, is you could be watching this video a year from now and the pricing is gonna be different. 6 or 7-inch grand. So obviously a 36-inch and a 30-inch are gonna be even less. You can definitely get some under $5,000. So it's more expensive, you know, than your big box stuff, but you're not breaking the bank and spending $15,000 on a range, but you're getting that type of look, which is really nice. So I think that's why it's gonna fit perfectly for some of those customers that want to spend a little more, but they're not going for a full professional kitchen. I think our cookies are about done. You can tell we're a barbecue shop. Oh yeah, I like them a little doughy, don't you, Chris? Oh yeah. All right, so you can see It's worth the money. It can bake a sheet of cookies. No, just kidding. Make sure you guys stay tuned for more appliance reviews. If you want to go check out our barbecue or fireplace reviews, check out our channel. Give this video a thumbs up. We'll see you guys next time.